Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We've got an incredibly profound topic lined up for you. We're going to completely deconstruct this massive shift, moving from a fear-based scarcity mindset to truly trusting the universe's infinite flow of abundance. We're talking absolute, undeniable proof that the world isn't shrinking, it's expanding. And we'll break down exactly how you can align yourself with this momentum to literally transform your daily reality. So let's just jump right in. Okay, consider this for just a second. Do you live better than an ancient king? Honestly, your immediate instinct is probably, no way, of course not. But think about your morning. You woke up, turned a handle, and instantly had clean, running hot water. You pulled a tiny little device out of your pocket that literally holds the entirety of global human knowledge. You've got climate-controlled rooms, perfectly safe transportation. You experience a level of everyday comfort that the absolute most powerful rulers and emperors in history couldn't even fathom. It's wild to think about, right? But it instantly shatters this illusion of lack we all carry around. The baseline of human existence has fundamentally upgraded.
Now, despite that upgrade, society still constantly feeds us the illusion of the scarcity mindset. You know the drill. It tells us everything is running out, that there just aren't enough good jobs, enough good people, or enough wealth to go around. And what does that do? It breeds fear. It breeds relentless competition and anxiety. But when we look at the universal truth, the abundance mindset, it shows us the exact opposite. This mindset operates on peace, endless growth, and infinite opportunities. Once you actually align with that flow of the universe, or the divine, however you frame it, you realize something really freeing. Someone else's success, it absolutely does not mean less for you.
And we can actually track this. We can look at this ever-expanding abundance chronologically. Think about the pre-industrial age. Back then, massive wealth creation took literally centuries. Then, the web boom hit. Suddenly, the internet created unimaginable wealth, completely new industries, and global connectivity in mere decades. And now, well, we're right in the middle of the AI revolution. What used to take decades is happening in months. It's like the whole timeline is compressing. The world is not running out of resources. Actually, scratch that. It's exponentially accelerating its ability to generate totally new ones. To really ground this abstract idea, let's look at a stunning mathematical proof. Check this out. A team of researchers recently spent 10 grueling years studying why certain bacteria become resistant to antibiotics. 10 years of securing funding, pulling late nights, making slow, linear progress. Then, one researcher decided to feed their baseline data into an advanced AI model. In exactly 1 minute. 1 minute. The AI not only replicated their entire decade of conclusions, but it offered an entirely new, brilliant theory they hadn't even thought of. The barrier to entry has completely plummeted. The time required vanished. The growth potential is now genuinely infinite. This is what absolute abundance looks like happening right in real time. So that brings up a really crucial question. If the universe is this incredibly abundant, why do so many people still fail to reach their goals? Well, this is why the law of momentum comes in. It's essentially the principle that maintaining a continuous positive frequency of thought, without interruption, eventually reaches a critical threshold to manifest your reality. The big problem, though, is that most people fail right before they succeed. They get to the very edge of a massive breakthrough, they start seeing the signs of success, and then they let doubt, impatience, or that sneaky scarcity mindset creep in and completely break their momentum. And this brilliantly illustrates the trap. You start down at the bottom in stagnation, totally filled with doubt. Then you push upward, you put in the mental work, the physical work, and you reach the tipping point. You are at 99% progress. You start seeing huge signs that your goal is incredibly close. But instead of pushing through to that 100% manifestation, people get anxious. They start asking, well, why isn't it here yet? What's going wrong? They fall right back into scarcity. And boom, the momentum shatters. To stay aligned with the flow of abundance, you absolutely have to protect your momentum all the way to 100% without letting that negativity interrupt the process. All right, so we've looked at the big picture, the macro-level proofs like the internet, AI, and historical wealth. But what does true abundance actually look like in your daily life? How do you know if you, personally, are building the right momentum? Because, let's be honest, it's not just about what's in your bank account. It's really about the everyday behavioral signs that prove you've truly internalized this whole paradigm. And there are 4 incredibly clear behavioral indicators that prove you're living in that state of abundance. Step 1, extreme gratitude. Step 2, unrestricted generosity. Step 3, a complete lack of jealousy. And step 4, win-win thinking. Let's dive into these one by one because these are the daily habits that actually build that unstoppable momentum we were just talking about. Let's kick things off with gratitude. Now, true abundance doesn't just mean throwing a party from massive financial wins. It actually starts by profoundly appreciating the smallest, most basic daily comforts. Having gratitude for running water, a soft pillow at night, or just a simple hot meal. That is the ultimate proof of a wealthy spirit. If you can wake up and genuinely feel wealthy because your bed is warm and your food is nourishing, you are sending out a massive signal of abundance. You're focusing intensely on what you have, and according to the law of momentum, that attracts more of it. The second sign is your relationship with generosity. See, a scarcity mindset makes you hoard everything. You hoard your time, your energy, your knowledge. Think about those people who figure out a neat new trick in a video game or some secret shortcut in their profession, and they completely hide it because they're terrified someone is going to steal their edge. That right there is rooted purely in fear. But an abundance mindset, that means sharing ideas freely. You trust the infinite flow. You know that giving away your secrets doesn't deplete your value at all. It actually opens you up to receiving even greater inspiration and brand new opportunities. Moving on to the third sign, and this is a big one, a complete lack of jealousy. When someone else achieves something absolutely amazing, how do you honestly react? If you feel that little sting of envy, it means you're still viewing the world as a single, limited pie. You're secretly thinking that their success somehow ate a slice of your pie. But true abundance means understanding that the pie is infinite. Their success, your success, and endless unclaimed opportunities, they all exist simultaneously. When you truly grasp that, jealousy completely disappears. You start celebrating others because their victory is just proof that success is totally possible. Now, the fourth indicator applies directly to how you do business and manage your relationships. Scarcity constantly drives win-lose negotiations. You go in trying to extract the absolute maximum value for yourself, basically leaving the other person with the bare minimum. It's a battle. But an abundance mindset operates on win-win thinking. You actively ensure that the other person profits and walks away genuinely happy. Why? Because you know opportunities aren't rare. By making absolutely sure they win, you build massive, long-term trust. And trust is the absolute foundation of sustainable, compounding wealth. So, bringing this whole shebang together, how do we practically stay in this flow every single day? First off, you've got to let go of desperate, clinging desires. Desperation is a massive, blaring scarcity signal. Second, actively take a timeout on negative thoughts. The second you feel anxiety creeping in, call a mental timeout before it has the chance to destroy your momentum. Third, intentionally celebrate the achievements of others. And finally, trust divine guidance over forceful control. Stop trying to micromanage the entire universe. Just do your part, keep your frequency positive, and trust that the flow is going to deliver exactly what you need, often in ways way better than you could have imagined. I want to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative thought. Take a look at your life right now. Your goals, your relationships, your career. Are you exhausting yourself trying to force the river, or are you flowing with it? The abundance is already there, you guys. The wealth, the ideas, the peace, it's an endless stream. Your only job is to stop resisting, drop the fear of scarcity, and fully trust the infinite flow. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today. Start noticing that abundance all around you, and I will see you next time.